What kind of job do you think someone had that involved saving a sheep from drowning, meeting the president, and rescuing up to 35 people? I learned about a lady that did all of that in the podcast Shipwrecks from the Past and the Curious. I picked this podcast because I like learning about shipwrecks. I think they're interesting because shipwrecks like the Titanic and how it hit an iceberg are the most popular. But there are a lot of other shipwrecks that people have never heard of. Ida Lewis was in her 20s when she met the president, who said, "I'd get wet up to my armpits if necessary to meet her," and saved 35 people, including a very important sheep. Ida was the highest paid lighthouse keeper in the nation, a job she learned from her father. Her most famous shipwreck rescue involved two soldiers whose boat flipped over. Ida heard their cries and ran out of her house without shoes or a coat to rescue them. When the two soldiers saw her, they said, "It's only a girl." But that didn't stop Ida from saving their lives. Marquis de Lafayette was another person involved in a shipwreck. He lived in the 1700s when there was an era of good feelings. He fought in the Revolution even though he was from France, and his family didn't want him to leave. After the war, he sailed back home. He was invited to America by President James Monroe, and on a tour of the 24 states, his ship got caught and started to sink. People were worried about getting Marquis de Lafayette to safety, by the time that he was safe, he noticed his son wasn't with him. They found him back on the sinking ship, rescuing other people. I think learning about shipwrecks is interesting and important because it's in our history. I feel like shipwrecks are important because engineers learn from their mistakes and make a solution to their mistakes. Also affects our life because people usually die or get badly injured in them. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something about it.